Hey guys, me Dave. It is 1/9/2020. I thought I'd do another video today. You go on Facebook and all this stuff and you hear a bunch of BS and all this stuff. You know, I'm really skeptical of people that try to make Dr. Duncan or Dr. Hall out to be the people that are trying to hurt us and stuff. When people say that Duncan doesn't care about us and stuff like that, and I totally disagree with that. I'm really skeptical of people that talk like that because I think they are perps, to be honest with you, and they make their voice loud in this community. Don't listen to those types of people. That's my advice. And I say that because last night on the radio show, Dr. Duncan said he was working the last 9 months. He's working on an app. It's kind of like a what do they call that? Facial recognition app type thing. To where if you took pictures of your perps and stuff like that, it would go into a database or something like that. I'm not going to explain too much of it because I'm not sure how it actually works. But he has done things for this community, and he's telling the truth of, you got to remember, he can only talk about certain things in this community. We have to be concerned about his safety too, you know? And he can only talk about certain things that he's worked on and all this stuff that relates to our cause. So, you know, the bottom line is I think the perps try to drive Dr. Duncan away. I think the perps try to drive Dr. Hall away, because these guys aren't dumb. They know when they can spot a perp and, it's just a ridiculous question or they're just ridiculous. You know what I mean? So we have to be very, very careful of these perps that are trying to drive away people that are trying to help us. They're trying to help us. They've been trying to help us for years. And you got these perps that are trying to drive them out of the community. You know, there's people that, like Dr. Duncan and Dr. Hall. Those guys are being hit. They're being surveillanced. They're being hit with these weapons. Those guys they're trying to help us, and they're being hit because they're trying to help us. We have to remember that. Don't let these people tell you that these people don't care about us and they're not trying to help us and all this stuff. These are perps trying to drive our help away. So I just want to say that you know you know they do this with everyone. If you notice, it's a pattern. I've been in this community for 6 years now, since 2014. It's been 6 years I've been in this community, and I've noticed a pattern of legitimate people that want to help us. And I'll tell you what, you got the same people that are perps that drive these people out of the community, and they do this with everyone that wants to help us. And they're fooling you guys. They're fooling you guys. These are perps, you guys. Dangerous perps. They don't want us to get help. They don't want us to get help. They want to see us suffer. They don't want to see this program end because they're making money off this. You know, people, these perps that are sitting all over the place, that are sitting on Facebook 24/7, they're sitting on those calls 24/7. Those people are making money off of us. You know, and it's time we take over. You know, it's time real TIs take over and we call these people out. And we need to get rid of these people. You know, they've been doing this for too long. They've been doing this for too many years. It's time to get rid of these people. You know, it's time to have some calls where real TIs run these calls. It's time to get on Facebook and call out these perps that are flooding the feed with ridiculous things that are just ridiculous. You know, it's time we take over, you guys, and push these people out of the community. That's my thoughts. Is it gonna happen? Probably not. You know, me, myself, and other TIs are probably too kind to actually call these people out because we're outnumbered. You know, you call out someone and you'll have 10 perps attacking you. I've seen it every week. You know, they attack, you know, real TIs get attacked for speaking their mind. You know, so, and let me tell you something. You know, when these people sit there and perp other TIs and stuff like that, and they have their own apartment, and they have a beautiful apartment, and they have money and all this stuff, and none of them have a goddamn job. None of these perps have a job. How are they making a living? You know, do you ever ask yourself that? How in the hell are you making a living when you're living on these conference calls, when you're living on Facebook, sitting there all day feeding the feed, you know, with BS? You know, where do these people work? Where do all these... They never talk about their careers. They never talk about what they do for a living. But they have no financial difficulties that are, you know, they don't have any financial difficulties. It seems like they're, you know, they're all around. They're all around us 24/7, but none of them work. What do they do for a living? You know, you have to ask yourself, how do you make your money? How do you make your money to live in a nice apartment when you don't work? You know, 90% of these people don't work. You know, how do you make your money? Oh, I'm living off a lawsuit. I was kidnapped when I was a baby and all this blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. That's bullshit. You're nothing but a perp. And I can see right through you. You know what I mean? We got to get rid of these people. You know, and the only way to do it is to have real TIs step up and get rid of these people. You know, I think we need to band together and get real TIs and overload these people with information and get rid of them and call them out, you know, because that's the only way we're going to get rid of them. You know, there's too many of these perps around, you know, and none of them work. Oh, I'm living off a lawsuit. Oh, I'm blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. You know, it's all bullshit, you guys. You know, I'm living off a trust fund, and I've heard this 1,000 times. None of these people work. There's some fake TIs that are driving BMWs, but they don't have a job. Oh, I'm living off a trust fund and all this stuff. Bullshit. you're on the computer perping people 24/7. That's how you're making your money. You know, do you find that odd that none of these people have a job? None of these people have a job. What do they do for a living? They never talk about their careers. They don't tell you their real names. It's all fake names and all this stuff. And we're supposed to trust these people? We can't trust these people. They use fake names. They don't have a job. Are they criminals? You know, I tell you, you know, I'm going to tell you something. I looked up a couple so-called TIs that have said their real name, and they're well-known TIs in this community. I looked them up on mugshots.com, and guess what? Boom! Their pictures showed up on mugshots.com. They're convicted felons. And you got people out there, leaders out there, sticking up for these people. You got leaders sticking up for these people that are convicted felons. They're dangerous people. It's sick, you know? It makes my stomach turn, you know? Wake up, you guys. You know, there's so many perps out there that are telling BS stories. They're full of crap, and we gotta start waking up. And the real TIs need to start coming together, because we can overpower these people and push them out of the community. You know, will it happen? It probably won't happen, but I'm telling you the truth. If you look up some of these people, they're criminals. You know, they're either working off a sentence, they're low-life criminals, and this is why they come into the community and they stay for a couple months, and then they go out of the community. They disappear. Why do they disappear? Why in the hell do these people disappear? They come into the community, they make their name known. You know, they do the talk shows, and they go on these calls, and they go on Facebook and all this stuff. They make their name known, well known, and then they disappear within 2 months. They're gone. It's because they rotate. What they do is they rotate these perps. You know, oh, we're going to send in 5 perps. They're going to make a name for themselves, and then they're going to disappear. And then they're going to come in. We're going to send 5 more perps in, and they're going to make a name for themselves. They'll dominate the calls. They'll dominate Facebook. They'll dominate everything. And then they're going to disappear. This is the truth, you guys. I've seen it a million times. It's a pattern. You know, they're all fake. It's all BS. You know, and these people need to be called out. And then we need to get rid of these people. Rid of them. You know. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Because this has been going on for years and years and years. You know. It's all fake. It's all an act. You know, it's all BS. So, anyway, I just want to warn you guys, because I worry about real TIs being taken advantage of. Don't take some of these TIs in your house, you know, because they're fakes. I've heard so many stories where people got perped when they thought they were taking in a legitimate TI in their home, you know, and then they get perped. It's really sick. You know, these people don't care. They don't care. You know, they're low-level scumbags. If you did a background check on them, they're probably criminals. They can't get a job. They're felons. You know, and we are surrounded by all these people. Anyway, I just, you know, I say it with emotion because I care about real TIs. I really do. I care about real TIs. And people are gullible, and they're taken advantage of, and they hurt people. These people don't care, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this off, you guys. I really do love you guys. Real TIs, I love you guys. Hang in there. And I'll talk to you guys later.